Jesus. Whatever you face this week, forward still. Whatever mountains come in your way, forward still. Yeah. Whatever, even if you book a tour, forward still. Disappointment come, forward still. Woo! And if another pastor fall, forward still. After the pastor we are follow. We obey with pastor, but we are follow Jesus. Forward still. Woo. Young people, walk holy. Walk holy. Make the right decisions. Walk right. Walk holy. Ramandosia. Rakandarabasiandarabosha. Walk holy. Forward still. It's Jehovah's will. Though the billows dash and sway, whether concrete strength we will push. Let the church be the church, and he will roll. Yes, he will roll. No matter what you face, he will roll. Even if you fall, get up and he will. Oh yes, and he will roll the sea away. Hallelujah. Order in the court, order in the court. Welcome to Judge Stevens Live. Order in the court. Put up my face, bigger now. Order in the court. I can't see nothing. Put up my face, little the producer. Stand up. All rise. All rise. All rise. Yes, students. I am here to try the case of Joyland Silvera in the death of Melissa Silvera. From December, I told you, students, something was not right. But here, Fix Bailey talking, students. Fix, you know, so I would have put you under pressure, so you come talking. Let us hear Fix Bailey talking, and then I come back to the scene.
As the police continue its investigation in the murder of Melissa Silvera, on Friday, the 19th of January, 2024, after a question and answer session at the Major Investigation Division Office, about 12 midday, Joyland Silvera, age 52 years old, land developer of 2A Diamond Court, Stony Hill, St. Andrew, was formally charged by the police, that is the Major Investigation Division, for the murder of his wife, Melissa Silvera. The investigation continues as we believe that there are other charges that will be laid against Mr. Silvera. And in this investigation, all the sciences were applied, from cyber, ballistics, telecommunications. There is a level of competence within the organization. We have the skill sets, very bright individuals who are well trained at a first world standard. And this has resulted into us achieving what we have
commissioned. On getting the report at our division, we visited the scene and we observed some things that were not normal. As such, we employed the services of all our technical experts from ballistics, from the CFCD, and other technical persons, and it has proven to us that some of our suspicions were correct. We continue to work with them. We have not yet completed all the works, but we have had sufficient information to move forward with the case, and we continue to do that.
And I will say, in addition to what Mr. Hilton has spoken of, the story about the renovation of the home is factual.
It's factual. The room has been completely tiled. We've seen where signs of paint job. We've seen signs where items of furniture have been changed.
In terms of when a body or when a person who is deemed to be dead is taken to a medical facility, the role of the doctor is basically to confirm if the person is dead. If the person who pronounces an individual dead is not even requested to attend court, because after that, it triggers other processes, for example, post-mortem. So essentially, that's it. So I heard the issue about how in relation to the instant case, why the doctor that pronounced the individual dead did not see that he suffered gunshot wound. That is not the role of the doctor, really. It's the post-mortem that will reveal that. So in the instant case, it was the police that requested the autopsy to be done. So I know that the issue of cover-up is a public discussion, but if the same police officer who went on the scene requested a post-mortem to be done, then in my own understanding and assessment of that, there is no inkling or inclination that there is a cover-up, because the post-mortem really is to reveal the cause of death.
Jamaica, good night. Good night, Jamaica. Good night, Jamaica. Good night, Jamaica. Good night to the diaspora who is watching tonight. I don't know about you, but I recall last week, Friday, Mr. Silvera was at the wife's funeral, shedding crocodile tears. I remember last week, Friday, at the funeral, when his mother was doing the remembrance, he was shedding crocodile tears. And now and behold, Jamaica, the said Silvera is now the one charged for the murder of his wife. The said Silvera, Joyland Silvera, is the one charged for the murder of his wife. Can we play the second video of the Joyland Silvera matter?
Silvera was picked up last evening at an Upper St. Andrew house by detectives from the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Major Investigation Division, MID. He was led away in handcuffs to the MID's headquarters on Spanish Town Road, then whisked away to a police lockup in the corporate area, where he spent the night behind bars. It was initially reported that Melissa Silvera died in her sleep. However, a post-mortem later disclosed that she was shot at least 3 times. Following this development, the police questioned Silvera twice and seized his licensed firearm and his mobile phone. Extensive forensic work has reportedly established a connection between Silvera's gun and the murder of his wife, with whom he had a turbulent relationship. It's believed Melissa was gunned down at the couple's home in Stony Hill, St. Andrew. Melissa's murder has sent shockwaves through the country. Her husband, Julian, who's now a suspect in her murder, is a high-profile former member of Parliament. Up to the point where the death of his wife was treated as a murder investigation, he was busy on the campaign trail for the PNP and has been photographed in the company of the opposition leader. Melissa was the goddaughter of former Prime Minister and ex-PNP President P.J. Patterson. Her family is highly regarded in the halls of the PNP. In a heartfelt written tribute that was included in the program at her funeral, which was held last week, Mr. Patterson grieved for Melissa, whom he described as his niece. The former Prime Minister expressed condolences to Melissa's 3 boys, but did not mention by name her husband, Julian Silvera. The police investigation into the murder of Melissa Silvera has led to statements being taken from several people who visited the scene after news surfaced of her demise. A statement was reportedly collected from PNP Vice President and Member of Parliament for North West Manchester, Michael Phillips. It's understood that the police also made arrangements to collect a statement from the wife of a high-profile PNP politician who visited the bloody scene when news surfaced that Melissa died in her sleep. It's not immediately clear if that statement was collected. Statements have also reportedly been collected from individuals who Mr. Silvera is alleged to have told that Melissa had passed away in her sleep while she was in his company. Julian Silvera is reportedly strongly denying wrongdoing. The embattled PNP politician has hired King's Counsel Peter Champagny. Champagny is expected to be at the MID headquarters Friday morning, where the police will move to undergo a final round of interrogation of his client. It's expected that Mr. Silvera will then be prosecuted and brought before the criminal court. Tawna Thomas for Nationwide News.
I don't know about you, Jamaica. I don't know about you tonight. But it is obvious that Joylan Silvera is the culprit. I don't know about you, Jamaica. But when I look at this matter, it's a nasty, messy, mucky affair. What could have caused you to shoot your wife in her vagina? What could have caused you to have shot your wife in the vagina, Joylan Silvera? Look there, look at him. Look at him, Jamaica. Look at him in the tears. Look at him in tears. Bawling out, turning pink. Look at him. Look at him, murderer. Murder. Murder. Murderer. Murderer! Murderer! Blood upon your shoulder! Blood upon your shoulder, murderer! I asked a question sometime in December and I am going to ask it again. Could it be that Mr. Silvera was making a sacrifice of his wife? Could it be that Mr. Silvera was making a sacrifice of his wife? Could it be that this was a sacrifice? Could this be a sacrifice, Jamaica? We hear about the foolishness in a Philip Powell family. We hear about the foolishness in a Peter Bunting family where the security guard, almost the groundsman, sexually assault him, little boy. And here come Joylan Silvera with the bangarang. PNP and them nastiness. PNP and them nastiness. Nasty family affairs that happening in a PNP. Who not kill them pitney and get molested? We never hear about the Peter Bunting one where him said his son get molested. We never hear about it. Because them cover it up. Them cover it up. Cover it up. The son get molested and them covering it up. And here comes Joylan Silvera. Here comes Joylan Silvera, Jamaica. Here comes Joylan Silvera. Put me on the screen big beside her now, please. Here comes Joylan Silvera, Jamaica. And I don't know about you. Guilty! Guilty as charged! Order! How much years him forget for this? Kwani, how much years him forget for this? Life. Life imprisonment. Producer, how much years him forget for this? Forever. Junior producer, how much years him forget for this? Till him dead. Whoa. I don't know about you, Jamaica, but this is seriously a charge. A charge like this one. You hear what them say about it? You hear what them say about it? You hear what them say about him? You hear what them say about him, Jamaica? I don't know about you. I don't know about you. Watch them. No, sir. No, sir, them producer, yeah. Them can't hear me see Jamaica. No, sir, but serious big man thing.
Gruesome.
Gruesome, you clean up the house. You know what Fix Bailey say? It is a fact that the house was refurbished. You clean up the house to get rid of all your trace of the blood. You dirty man. Look at him and cry crocodile tears. Look at him, Jamaica. Look at him. But you know what I don't understand when Fix Bailey go and say the doctor don't have anything to prescribe the death. Like he must say it have to go to a postmortem. No, Fix Bailey. The doctor should be able to tell us if it was a crime scene from day one when you pronounce the person dead. No, sir. So when you go and come talk Fix Bailey about is the doctor this and the doctor that, are you clean up the case quick, because you know, so the police did have to go get in. You remember the police, them say order the postmortem. The police should have never been the one only on the scene. So the JCF have to clean it up good. And Fix Bailey have to come and say, oh. But then, what I don't understand is when them did say Joy landed in a St. Anne. So I moved from St. Anne to the crime scene. Or Joyland moved from St. Anne to the crime scene. Or them must say our .2 revolver, and now them must say a film gun match this something there. Something not right, you know, man. So you go tell me say all of the alibis them never work out. All of the alibis never worked out. Whoa. Something don't right, Jamaica. Something not right about this case. Hey! Let me drink a little water and mind my business in this courthouse. Let me mind my business in this courthouse. But I want to say to Fix Bailey tonight. I want to say to Fix Bailey tonight. You see, like how you can't lock up Joel and Sylvia, we need to get an update in the Patrick Bailey situation. If you don't agree with Mr. Order. If it is that Patrick Bailey situation with the man dead in our house and we can't get no justice feed, and now Fix Bailey need to reopen that investigation. Mr. Fix Bailey, go on up a Patrick Bailey house. Unless you are cousin with him, because your name Bailey and him name Bailey. I wonder if them related.
Same surname.
Is who this calling Mr. Early? Hello, welcome to the program.
Good night, Andrew. What's talking about is the towers, the phone.
This
You
phone.
can yes, and they bring the in a St. Andrew. That is what soaked him up.
So the phone, the cell tower upon the phone.
Yes, and that soaked him.
Well, more things going to soak him backside because him too wicked.
And him say one make a phone call and the phone show it. That's why they seize him phone. He made the phone call from the yard.
I made a phone call from the yard.
Yeah, indeed. So, get up on it, stay on the case, stay on the case.
Never stay on the case, man.
Stay on the case. Your mother dead and gone just last year. Sit down on the case. And he's a wicked. Karen didn't know when she said, I'm a wicked.
Oh, all right. Bless you.
Bless you.
Hello, good night.
Andre,
Yeah.
say allegedly because they not find him guilty yet.
Say allegedly, but them charging for the murder and the things in the news me I use, my friend. And the things in the news me I use. Them charging for the murder. Them say them charging for the murder. And the murder them charging for him get charged and me. So me I just work with what the news say.
Still not find him guilty, so say allegedly.
Alright, let me say allegedly. But me in a court house, judge no use allegedly a court. Judge talk the things then. Alright. Good night. Welcome, Miss Maxine.
It's really only a pretty opinion because if you remember well, whenever they goes out on crime scene, they always say what appears to be gunshot wound. So what we never get that from the crime scene today. That very day, we should have gotten that from the crime scene. What appears to be gunshot wound. But it's when the public start to bawl out, then them sister no more cover up can they? Because we're not fool. What appears to be gunshot wound should have said from the news we got. And we didn't get that. But continue. I'm listening.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, good night. Hello? Hello, good night. And the Chantal Blake McCullough situation. We want to update on that one to fix Bailey. We want an update on Chantal Blake McCullough. And we need an update on Patrick Bailey house. A years now, Patrick Bailey dead. The Patrick Bailey house and nothing don't come out of it. Years. Years now. Tonight, Jamaica. Tonight, I have 2 guests to come in studio. Let me set a rat trap. And after I set a rat trap, I'll have one of them join me on scene.
All right. Partner draw. Partner draw. Andre. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. In the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. In the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the parliament. Set a rat trap in the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the 2 for the. Set a rat trap in a FLA. Set a rat trap in the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap in the school. The one them where teeth to pay them money. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the judiciary. The one them where take money under the table. Set a rat trap in the lawyer them. Set a rat trap. Take the people money and take them land title. And them not get no title. Hello? Set a rat trap. Partner draw. Partner draw. Andre. Hello? Hello? Me set a rat trap in the church for the one them we are thief the offering. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. We must catch them. Set a rat trap in the tax office. Set a rat trap in the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Me set a rat trap. Andre. Oh my God. We are suffering in Jamaica with the corruption. Jesus Christ, you can't get them. Set a rat trap down at the wharf. Set a rat trap for the, what they call them? Set a rat trap down at the wharf, man. Yes? And set a rat trap in the airport. Hello? Hello, you know, say all here Jamaica bankrupt, but we don't know where the money go. Set a rat trap, set a rat trap. Set a rat trap, with the two for the rat, them set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the entertainment. Hello? Set a rat trap in the entertainment. Set a rat trap. I'm saying set a rat trap. The those who do contract killing. We must catch them in America, in England, and in Canada. Set a rat trap to the one them with Jamaica. With the 2 foot rat then. Set a rat trap. Hello? Set a rat trap. We must catch them. Tear off the cover and expose them. Set a rat trap. Alright, sir. Set a rat trap. Must catch them.
We must catch them. I catch 2 rats tonight. I catch 2 rats tonight, Jamaica. Good night, gentlemen.
Yes, Andre. Good night, Jamaica. Mark, good to see you.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Partner Draw TV.
Thank you. You can hear me, Andre?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Good night, Jamaica.
Can Mark tonight, Jamaica? These are 2 of the founders of Up Jamaica. So I will let Mr. Mark Cameron introduce himself now. Not hearing Mark. Turn off whatever you have in the house, Mark. Turn down the volume.
I have nothing on. I have nothing on here.
All right, try now. So tell the Jamaica who Mark Cameron is.
I've always been affected by the plight of our people and what caused the condition we have as citizens of Jamaica. I'm a student of history, and when I looked on how the former colonial government treated our people after slavery, it's obvious that they left us with no real option of being self-reliant, and the government has been the one that has been trying to create employment when, as you know, employment is based on skill sets, your ability to provide a product or a service. And we have not transitioned sugarcane production into anything viable. So there's a heavy dependence on governance, and that has been the root cause of a lot of corruption in our country today. And it's not just
somebody's echoing. Do you have a Bluetooth speaker on?
No. Not sure why.
There's a feedback coming from you.
Okay. All right, go to Marvin and I'll try to see if there's anything else on in the house. Okay.
If welcome, possible. Marvin. How are you?
God, Andre. First, let me tell you, I am honored to be on your program in less than a week. Twice in less than a week. I'm not good. I'm not good. For you to ask the question, oh am I? There's no God way we could see how this country is running. And for me to say that I am good, I am not good. And I will not be good until we have good governance and we have a better nation. That's when you can ask me if I'm good and me can't tell you I'm good. There's no amount of money that one could offer me or I could have to come here tonight and say me good. There's nothing that would satisfy me more than for Jamaica to finally experience good governance. Governance that takes care of the people of Jamaica. Good water, good healthcare system, no more thieving, gunman politician. At this point, you can't say gunman politician. We want a Jamaica that is safe. A Jamaica that have the rights of citizens be protected. A Jamaica that will not want our public servants to be looking forward to leaving this country, but more so being very happy and looking forward to retirement with them grandkids on our beach. Not Piet Beach, our beach. This is the Jamaica where me I look forward to. So for you to ask me how am I, if we good? No, I am not good. I'm not good until this country has good governance.
Mark, how are you?
I am hopeful, but as Marvin eloquently said, we're not good. If I were to, you see, we're all in it. We're all in this together. Every Jamaican has had the same circumstances. We came from the same place, and I cannot be good if my fellow Jamaican is not good. So it's a very difficult time for all of us. As you know, that Jamaica, we've gained equity around the world because of who and what we've stood for. One of the reasons why.
What are you? Just a moment. What are you using to do the stream? Are you using a phone or a laptop?
I'm using my phone.
Oh, the phone is giving a bad reaction. Do you have a laptop that you could work from?
Yeah, I could try my laptop.
Sign out and sign back in through your laptop and see how it works better.
Okay.
Marvin.
Andre.
What is your take on the Joel and Silvera matter where he has been charged for the death of his wife? Don't zoom in like.
Andre. Lord Jesus Christ. Let me tell you something. This is not even a matter that anybody can even smile about. And for me, Andre, I think that politicians have been getting away with blue murder. I am not surprised.
Yes.
I must add that politicians are not God. Yeah. So we're not expecting them to be completely faultless. But there are just certain things that we're not expecting those who we have elected to put in our public offices to do. And there has to be accountability when one steps out of their mental capacity and do things that shocks the nation. And I don't know why it takes so much to happen, or it takes such serious crimes for us to remove politicians from their office. I don't even know if he's removed. I mean, the fact that he's been charged, has he? He's been charged, right?
He has been charged, but he's not an active politician. Remember, he lost his seat from 2020.
He lost his seat from 2020.
2016. 2016,
well,
he lost his seat. But he's very active in the PNP. Very active around Mark Golding. Very active around the Rise United campaign.
And I mean, it is sad for us to even use one politician.
Is Mark back?
Or them always have to use one brush to paint everybody. Yeah. He will have to deal with this crime. And I hope to God that we can have a system here in Jamaica that puts away politicians when they do little crime. So we don't have to wait till when they do big crime. Because right now we see the country, we see that politicians in Jamaica are do some what we consider little crime.
Yes.
And we don't do nothing about them. It's 9-day talk and we move forward. When I heard of the incident, my mind quickly went to the incident with the young lady and her baby, Philip Paulwell's case. And
yes,
I don't hear anybody else talking about that. Nobody else not talk about that. It's like you just shove it under the rug and that's it. Right? A baby was murdered and her mother, a baby, murdered, right? And we hear the cascades. For me, Philip Powell should not even be in the parliament as we speak. He should be there. I believe that a lot of cover up is happening. A lot of officials, especially from the police perspective, judge, lawyer, all these officials, and I know I have to be very careful so as to not implicate anybody into anything. Yeah. But we have seen and we know that a lot of cover-up has been happening for politicians when they do their crimes and whatever. We remember about the labor right politician man down, so Mr. George, something like that name, where they beat him woman. I understand that now they're married. Yeah? And it was Dr. Christopher Tufton who went down by his constituency and basically
they want to get pardoned.
Yeah, man. And Dr. Christopher Tufton lauded him and begged the people to forgive him and work with him because he's a good man. The same man who beat the hell out of woman. As a matter of fact, he kind of licked them when we see on the video when gay a woman. Me don't know how comes that the woman they take them to lick them and still got married, a man like that. And I know that there's something known as battered woman syndrome. Women who constantly are being battered and then still go back to the man. But when it comes to a politician, or a politicians have been doing so much wickedness in this country, both to their family members and also to the Jamaican people. And there's absolutely no accountability. And Andre, I'm going to be telling you this. As much as they found the ballistic report confirms that it's his weapon that went off and killed him wife, or responsible for the death of his wife. Although the ballistic report is saying that, Marvin Edgar will not be surprised if this matter is thrown out and this man is reinstated in his home as opposed to going to prison. I will not be surprised. And the Jamaican public should not be surprised if nothing becomes of this. Because it will not be the first.
You won't be surprised if nothing comes out of it?
Huh?
You wouldn't be surprised if nothing comes out of it?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Andre, the last real politician that went to prison was Jack Smith. That's a long time, from before even you bad. Jack Smith went to prison for stealing the farm workers their money. Yeah? We have not held any other politician in this country accountable. And they have done some egregious acts in this country. Nothing has become of it. And the Jamaican, you know what? The part that hurts me the most is to see that the Jamaicans who are in some of these politicians' constituencies hold them, they laud every god evil that they have done. I promise you that they are Jamaicans tonight who will still forgive that politician and love him up and welcome him and tell him, don't worry about it. You're the first one to shoot nobody. You're the first one to do this. Because it is sad as a nation, that's who we are. That's who we are. And I'll give you a case in point and then let you ask me some other questions and move on tomorrow. But there's a community right here in Clarendon that I personally went and I interviewed members of the community who have been defecating in the bushes. Yeah, defecating. I mean, one or two individuals who are less fortunate. I mean, an entire community, a labor right community, right? And we talked to them and they said, no water, no day here. I made mention of it the other night on your program. And would you believe it? 2 months later, I was driving past and apparently the politician of the area was passing by. And everybody from the same community was out in them green shirt. Round the man and laugh and chat and drink. And I said, look for the people them who are defecating. Look for the people them when on a road running and don't have no water. Look for the people them whose kids in this community, some of them now go to school because they don't have it. And when I see these things, it makes my heart move. because I am here trying to fight for Jamaicans to have a better life in this country. And it sounds like you're doing something good for these people, and then turn around and throw dirty water in your face. And I'm telling you, it's hard wanting to represent a country that cherishes the evil from our politicians and worship these politicians.
Let me get Mr. Mark Cameron to come in on the point now. Mr. Cameron, what's your take on Jordan Silvera being charged for the death of his wife?
Well, the system is working in a way that's a lot slower than is required, but it is working. He's charged. I believe the system has failed Mr. Silvera as well, because Mr. Silvera may have believed that based on the past situations that have come up, he might have gotten away with what he did. But this is an alleged crime by this man. He was charged for this crime, and we hope that justice prevails for both Mr. Silvera and his lovely wife, who is now deceased.
What do you mean by justice will prevail for Mr. Silvera? What do you mean by that?
It means exactly that, because the fact of the matter is that he has been charged. The evidence seems to be overwhelming that he committed a crime. However, we have to make sure that he gets due process, because there's a lot of times things come up into our feed that have not gone the way that you think they're supposed to be. So we hope that the process moves forward and he gets his due. The people, her family, must be represented by the people, which is one of the reasons why we believe in judicial reform. We believe that in a case of this severity, Mr. Silvera should not be walking around for such a long time before being charged. Based on the evidence I saw today by the spokespersons for the JCF, we believe that he should have been charged earlier. However,
should have been charged from the very get-go when him renovate the apartment. Why?
Absolutely.
You want to ask you a question to that? Your wife dead, Mr. Cameron. Say, for example, your wife died, and in less than a month you renovate the apartment. That'll make you more than a suspect.
You know something? That is an obvious, reasonable form of deception. Obvious, reasonable form of deception. Which is why I said to you a while ago that he should have been charged earlier. However, in a land of laws that we have not been getting, in a land of laws on the books that are not being implemented, I'm surprised, just as Marvin expressed earlier, that he was even charged. So I'm hopeful that the system will move forward and Mr. Silvera will get his just due for both himself and the family. His wife, I mean, you know, one of the things that we are plagued with is a lot of people, a lot of these politicians have a level of entitlement. They believe they're above the law. And this is the reason why we as citizens must stand up and try to make a difference. Because we cannot leave this type of country to the next generation. We cannot do that. Hence our advocacy at Up Jamaica. We live here. A lot of us would like to return to Jamaica. But most people are not going to come to Jamaica where the banking system is not working. Even our investment areas, there's concern. Imagine both losing his money. An icon in Jamaica. How about the regular Jamaicans who want to come and invest in our country? Can you imagine what is going through psychologically? What's going through their people's minds right now? Should I invest in Jamaica or not? So in the end, injustice affects us collectively. So we have to make sure that our country runs in a proper way, that there's enough confidence in people investing in our country and moving back to Jamaica. That is what we're trying to do. And at this point, with this level of dysfunction, I think we have an uphill battle. We have an uphill battle. And it's going to take all hands on board for us to make a difference in this country, to bring Jamaica back in a spirit, in a more cohesive way where we fight for the collective good. It's not like us versus them, the rich or the poor. Jamaica had a bigger middle class, and that is dwindling. It's becoming the very rich and the very poor, and that needs to change. There has to be equal justice under the law, equal opportunities that allows the best of us to shine, which will be for the collective good. So that is our concern, and that is what we're trying to implement in our country with help of all stakeholders, whether it be farmer, disenfranchised, GLP, PMP. We're not discriminatory. We believe that all well-thinking Jamaicans who want a better Jamaica should come aboard and stop this tribalism that we have been affected by since the inception of our so-called democracy.
Wow. Mr. Edgar.
Yes, sir.
I gathered today that they found 12 guns in your parish of Clarendon.
And Clarendon, not my parish. Me only down here. I am from St. Catherine.
12 guns seized at Derby Showground. 3 men arrested. Look at guns.
Oh.
Look at rifles.
Andre.
We must commend the Jamaica Constable. Let us first commend the Jamaica Constabulary Force to have identified these guns. But then it's my question if these guns are the real guns them find, or probably cook up them gun and put them somewhere to make it seem as though the JCF is working.
And would you be surprised if that was the case? I mean, we have seen where guns magically were found under Sunny Port at the stadium. Not true? Do you remember that?
Yeah, but Marvin.
Let me tell you something. And this is not to undermine the efforts of the 1 and 2 police who are in this country trying. And we have to call a spade, and we have to say things as though we see them. And for me, I think that as Jamaicans, some of us, we pussyfoot around topics too much, and we can trivialize some serious matter, and we need to stop. Election is coming up, and people need to look good in the eyes of the public. We could have found these guns long time, I don't know if Denby Showground, a place where any real gunman I go on for them gun in a Jamaica. I don't think, number one, there's no gunman in a Jamaica who live over Denby Showground. And every gunman that, if I should think like a gunman, no gunman now left him gun. And him now go hide it so far from him yard neither. Well, but then again, maybe this could just be one of those very, very, very few instances. Yeah? I am going to say this to you. These little fool gun where they find is nothing in comparison to how much guns and ammunition that is in this country. You hear me tell you? And looking at these rifles right now, them the gun there joke gun to some guns that we have seen in the news from when the men were robbing the banks. And remember when the man them rob what them name them, the armored truck?
Beryllium.
Did you see the kind of firearms that those men were carrying? It is nothing like the garbage that we're seeing there. So all who are trying to confine 12 gun and think that you are contributing to crime and violence and you're doing a wonderful job. 1,500 Jamaicans were murdered last year. And the rate we're going and what the government of Jamaica, the government of Jamaica
Yes.
have a crime plan in so-called SOE. And you know, let me tell
And
you something.
Zozo.
In Zozo, right? It annoys me every god day when I am stopped by a bunch of soldiers and a bunch of police. Wind down the back
Yes.
glass. Turn on the light. Where you going, sir? Who are you? And it makes, and I said to myself, look at these men with these long rifles in my face. Wind down your glass. I say, boss, and I don't look for now. Because I not even have a pen in my car. Not even a pen. Because y'all know where when they said to a soldier, I say, y'all know where the gunmen are. Y'all know where they are. You don't know which part they know. You need to stop. Take the country for idiot. And how do you know that, Mr. Edgar? Let me tell you this. The news article in 2020 or 2019 said the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, said over almost 400 gangs are in Jamaica.
Yes.
I think about 389. Almost 400 gangs are in Jamaica. And let me ask the well-thinking people, the educated people that me talk to now, if you as a Minister of National Security can put a number, you can put a number to the amount of gangs in the country, then that simple means you know, say, gang 1 is called mafia, gang 2, one other, gang 3, gangsman, gang 4, killer, gang 5, thief. You know them by name and by nature. You know where they're dead. So how is it that you can't stop crime and violence in Jamaica? How we can't bring to justice the 400 gang? You know why? Because you know anyone them want shelter them and you want strengthen them. You understand? And let me tell you something, you know. When you talk like this in Jamaica, a man feel like, yeah, we need to find the boy, we need to kill the boy. I will say this again. I will say this again. A one man can give una permission to touch this. And a Father God. And if my
dear Mr. Edgar,
if me dear coming to Jamaica for speaking up and for standing up for the ghetto youth them, we're sick and tired for your hide back a zinc fence. We're sick and tired for your nyam sauce and mackerel at daytime and little rice. And not even real rice. It's not even basmati rice. A dirty substandard rice. It's the same one where Dr. Tufton and his son can't come to Jamaica. Right?
Lord Jesus, man.
Andre, Jamaicans.
This is the court. Wait. Say alleged, please. You can't say alleged, please.
No, I'm not going to say alleged because we know that the Canadian company, this was in the news. But we're going to say alleged for the Common 9 News. Dr. Christopher Tufton and his son, who was bringing the substandard rice. That's what the news said. The dirty rice. But do you know what substandard mean? The dirty broke up one where you find rock stone in a and probably cobweb, all kind of the dirty rice that the Minister of Health is bringing in this country. The Minister of Health that we're paying over 2
All right, Marvin. Hold a second, man. Hold on, we reach to the rice argument. Let us get back Mark's view on the whole gun situation and the crime situation at hand.
Well, the guns I saw in the earlier picture are mostly bird guns. Those are the guns that are rarely used by the professional thieves. We're talking about AK.
Bird.
Yeah, those are mostly bird guns. Those are not very effective for crime, although sometimes they're being used. I think we need to really focus more on the solutions end of crime. I've spoken to a lot of police, and they've actually brought a lot of criminals in. But these criminals are protected because they bring votes to. They're protected because they bring votes into both political parties. So they may be locked up today, and they're out in a couple of days or maybe the same evening. Now, one of the reasons why we have such level of dysfunction in our judiciary and in our policing is that both the policing and the judiciary are now politicized. When things are politicized, Jamaicans collectively don't get the justice that we deserve. And one of the things I really am very concerned about was when our chief of police, who was once the head of the Jamaica Defense Force, he was brought in by Andrew Holness as an advisor from the JCF. And then all of a sudden,
the JCF.
Right. And all of a sudden now he is now the head of the commissioner of police. So he holds two titles. He was once the head of the JDF, and now he's head of the JCF.
Yeah, but him not making no impact. Him not making no impact at all. He's the loudest commissioner of police.
I understand that, but what Andrew Holness attempted to do was to consolidate both entities, both potential crime fighting entities, into his corner, which he has successfully done because.
No, he not consolidate because you mean what you mean? Him turn the soldier them in a crop. Him turn the soldier responsibility in a one big crop. Soldier does the pass roadside every day with long gun now do nothing. Soldier does that is not successful, Mark. Nothing about that is successful.
No, we never said this is successful. But a lot of times people use the perception to give people the idea or the belief that they're safe, when in fact they're not. Most of the gunmen will avoid it.
I ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you safe in Jamaica?
I don't feel safe in Jamaica. I don't feel safe.
Marvin, do you feel safe in Jamaica?
You can't ask Mark that. Mark have one big old gate there when click remote to go in a yard. Mark tell them. You know,
hold on, Bridget. Hold on,
man. And Mark have two big old bad dog. Me not have dark gate.
Let me say this to you.
Yes.
I moved back to Jamaica 18 years ago. I'm not one of those elitist people that I can go into any community and talk to anybody. What I've noticed in the last 10 years is that when I go into communities downtown that I would normally frequent because of who I am as a person, I see a different type of Jamaican in some of these places. I see Jamaicans who look through you. They don't look to you like you're a living, breathing person, and that is very scary. I've never seen that before. Sometimes you run a joke with somebody, and you typically get a good reaction. They look at you like, "Who are you?
Yes.
What are you doing here?" The level of suspicion is tremendous among our own population, among each other. We do not have the type of harmony and the type of good camaraderie we normally had back in the 70s. And it's a very scary time, social media, the foreign press looking on how things are over the different countries has changed Jamaica, in a lot of ways. Many years ago, if you go to the country and you stop to speak to somebody about directions, that person would never try to get money out of you. They're proud Jamaicans. Nowadays, it's a very individualistic Jamaican. There's no feeling of love. We've lost a lot of love in our community. And, I can understand because we're not getting the proper leadership that we deserve. We have a government today we're paying more for representation today than we ever did. And we're not getting the value for our money. If you look on the roads, if you look on the level of dysfunction in all sectors of society, we're not getting value for our money. And they give themselves raises that you've seen the advocacy that we've been on. We went down to Hero Circle to talk about it. And a lot of Jamaicans are fractured. They're fractured and they're almost like former hostages that feel like they have no recourse. There's no hope. which is why most Jamaicans don't vote anymore, Andre. They don't vote because they believe that the JLP and the PNP are the same, one and the same. It's a duopoly governance, whereas the JLP and the PNP versus the Jamaican people. And we're not going to have viable solutions with this type of infighting and tribalism. It's not going to work. And I'm appealing as a citizen of Jamaica, outside of Jamaica, just from one citizen to another, that I really hope that all of us can get together. I would rather not even be part of any political movement. I'd love to see a Jamaica where there's no political party, there's no green area, no orange area, no brownie area like our people.
That will never happen. That will never happen. That will never happen.
Andre, if people don't dream about something, it never happens. That is my wish. But at the same time, we are an advocacy group with a political arm. So as much as we might be going to the communities and trying to help the communities, we are giving Jamaicans an option to serve themselves. The other day I went into a community and I expressed what we're doing, and I said, hey, we're a new movement trying to change Jamaica. The guy said, oh, another thieving politician. Mr. Brethren, let me tell you, let me explain to you the values of Jamaica. We go into communities and speak with the community leaders and people around, and we identify the people who they want to represent them, and then we support them. We do not bring candidates to constituencies. We believe that every constituency should have leaders that feel the pain of the community and reap the success by their good direction and attitudes. So if you're driving on the street,
just pause. They're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Jamaica, we'll get into some diaspora matters.
My God, somebody praise him. Rock your body and praise him. And Jesus' body make you rock it. Rock and give him praise. Hey, my God. At the cross, where I first saw the light. And the burden of my heart roll away. I am working for a robe and a star on my crown. I am working. I only live my life to please the Lord. Yes, somebody praise him now. Walk out and praise him. Wave your hand and praise him. Wave your hand and praise him. Give him praise in the home. Give Jesus praise in the home. Somebody praise high. Somebody praise him. Come now. Yes. In the middle of the night. Oh yeah. When me back against the wall. Oh Jesus. And me don't have no friend at all. Jesus taught me how to pray. In the middle of the night. Yes, sir. In the middle of the night. Yes, when me back against the wall. Jesus. And me don't have no friend at all. Jesus taught me how to pray. In the middle of the night. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Oh, our Father, what in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thank you, Lord. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. In the middle of the night. Say it again. Oh, our Father, what in heaven. Somebody worship him. Hallowed be thy name. Yeah. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. In the middle of the night.
Tension is brewing in the diaspora as two advocate groups clash over who should be the voice of Jamaicans living overseas. The Jamaican Diaspora Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force will be leading a series of protests on Friday about issues affecting Jamaicans living in and out of Jamaica. But, as Sandy Williams reports, the Jamaican Women of Florida group is not in support of the move.
Protests against corruption, crime and violence, among other issues in Jamaica, are set for Friday in Canada, the United Kingdom and Miami, Florida. Leading the charge is Dr. Rupert Francis, chairman of the Jamaica Diaspora Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force. According to Dr. Francis, the motive is to express the diaspora's grave concerns about issues affecting Jamaicans. But not all members of the diaspora are in support of the move. Janice McIntosh is president of the Jamaican Women of Florida.
I hear the voices, and I know that we are not homogenous. We have different views, we have different issues, but there's no one group that can say, I'm speaking on behalf of the diaspora. And so when we think about what this group is doing, they're trying to highlight the negative about Jamaica on the world stage. And my issue is, what is the objective? Is it one, to embarrass the government of Jamaica, or is it two, to have partnerships being pulled from Jamaica in terms of aid?
However, Dr. Francis believes his decision to air what some has described as Jamaica's dirty laundry in the international media could prompt the government into action.
We have a crisis of lack of communication in Jamaica. Our children, when I see what happened to the child who stepped on the person's Clark shoes, both a male and a female, they were almost bludgeoned to death. I also saw a little boy, many times, throwing stones into a classroom to their teacher. That would never happen during our days. Okay? The fact of the matter is, we need to take care of our children. That is what motivates us.
Additionally,
what we want to do is when the donor funds come into Jamaica, we want to see how it is spent. We don't want it to disappear. We want, when they come there with their big shows and what have you, and come back to Jamaica, the money, we want to see how it is well spent. Look at the double that is in the JFF now and all other entities there. Look at it. You tell me, should these girls and these guys who have worked so hard for what they want be in the kerfuffle now? No. We believe that we should share and share alike.
If you are living here in the diaspora, whatever you do to highlight the ills of Jamaica are only affecting the 2.8 million people who are living in Jamaica. It doesn't affect me, because I'm looking at it from a macro standpoint. So I really do take unction for someone to stand up and say they are representing the diaspora, of which I'm a part of, and I do not share those concerns or issues at all.
The Jamaican Women of Florida is an exceptional group of women, I give them kudos. They've done a lot for the area of Southern Florida. And I understand their situation, and I understand they may not understand us and understand me and what have you. But please, I don't feel anyway, because I know that they mean well. And people must understand, though. Don't listen, look at the messenger, listen to the message. That's all I'm saying.
Are all so silent. And I'm not trying to show stepping out here with these gentlemen and calling here. We are the diaspora. We can hopefully make a difference if our voice is heard. All Jamaicans, for Jamaica, that's all? Yes.
They are Jamaicans
and want to come back to the against the locals. We are for Jamaica. One Jamaica. I am here all day trying to support, and like many people in the diaspora wanting to give back to Jamaica. In terms of culture, the arts, music, cannabis, there are many things international that we want to see happen for Jamaica. That's not happening yet, You have countries like Dubai where the oil makes money for all of their citizens. Their citizens don't pay electricity bills. They don't all of these things because they're national resources. Take care of their people. And that could be the case for Jamaica to manage our resources. We're a paradise and they're turning into a pressure cooker. And we cannot allow that to happen. I never had much to say, so that's indicated. But I have to say, thanks so much for the opportunity.
And she's wonderful, and she has a future for her. Future. Let's put it even at that, right? And I'm going to tell you something. What we must do is to encourage the young people because they are the future.
Yes.
It would appear that some people don't believe that. And they're listening and what have you. I hope it has come home to them that they cannot run the diaspora or run away.
Where's Mr. Mark? Gentlemen, today was the call for action, the diaspora protest in Miami, where members of the diaspora gathered to protest the inactions in Jamaica. The female friends of the diaspora in Florida is saying that it doesn't affect them, so they don't need to do the protest. I'm giving you 2 minutes, Mr. Mark Cameron. What's your take on the female diaspora's response to us in the Jamaican society?
Well, let me bring some facts to this situation. I know Janice McIntosh very well. I know Dr. Rupert Francis also very well. I've known Rupert a lot longer than I've known Janice. I'm very disappointed in Janice's reaction. One of the things that I look on is that when you look on the message, if there is any false narratives or anything that is inaccurate, that is what you discuss. You do not discuss who supports what or whatever. You address what is being said. And when you ignore a small wound, it becomes a festering sore that could actually take your life. Janice is either misinformed or doesn't have a full understanding of the larger problem in Jamaica. I live in Jamaica. I've been to Florida. I've spent time in Florida. Jamaica it's a serious issue. Crime is a very serious issue in Jamaica. Corruption is a very serious issue. And for Janice to come out and not support this well-thinking patriot in that of Rupert Francis, who is actually a JLP, a card-carrying member of the Jamaica Labour Party. All I can see from Rupert is an honest person who really wants a change. And I'm just disappointed that it has been politicized. Janice, may I also add, she also ran for diaspora president. And she was beaten out by Peter Gracie. Now, a few years ago, when Dr. Cunningham ran, we spoke about the issues in Jamaica, and I was going to run. And he promised me that he would have carried the agenda that he knows I've been pushing for a long time, which is constitutional change in our country that is going to make a difference. He promised to do that. Not much happened. His good friend Peter Gracie is now diaspora president. So I'm not sure from that angle that they're doing anything that is going to change the trajectory of our country. I don't think they understand the seriousness of what we're going through.
Marvin, what is your word of advice to Janice McIntosh?
I saw that clip, I think 2 days ago, prior to the march, and when I heard that lady said that, you know, she does not share the same concerns as the gentleman or the persons who have been annoyed. I won't lie. I was taken aback. Instantly, I figured that must be a friend of Andrew Olness. And just like, sorry.
Instantly, I think that she's a friend.
I mean, it goes without saying. It's that certain things are a no-brainer. I know. Certain things are a no-brainer. I mean, there's no God way this woman could sit in Florida, watch the nightly news of the many murders, of the illicit sex, of the bad roads, of the terrible hospitals, of 857 teachers leaving in a 1 month, of police not getting them pay, and the chairman spoke up and almost lost his job, the police chairman. And when you think about the countless things in Jamaica that this government is responsible for, the countless corruption, for her to sit in her chair and said she don't share the same views. She's simply saying what Washington said the other day on behalf of Andrew Holness, that this man is the best prime minister that Jamaica has ever seen. Me not
Washington never said so.
No,
Washington never said so.
Oh, sorry. I
call
Washington.
Washington DC says so.
No, all right. I call all of America Washington. Sorry, because that's where the White House is. So, whatever, our prime minister went to Washington, and then immediately after that, a news article came out. I think either from New York or one of the newspaper put it out there.
Miami Herald.
The Miami Herald. Yes. Yes, American paper say that Andrew Holness is the best prime minister that Jamaica has ever seen, and that he has lowered unemployment, and he has increased minimum wage, and he has whatever. They're not talking about the inflation. They're not talk, and let me tell you something. How dare America to put out that article there in a film paper on behalf of Jamaicans? How America know what going down here? America asleep in a ghetto them? America asleep in a ghetto and drive on the bad road? America have police down here when I get paid? America don't use to have teacher and nurses and doctors and stuff. We have to constantly go in a meeting after meeting after meeting trying to get 20%. 20! When our politicians can take 200% and 300% increase to do nothing. Well, I mean, I think that the people of Jamaica likes nothing, because for us who are trying to do something, I realize that Jamaicans like nothing, because we have not received anything from no politician from 1938. We don't receive nothing more than a bunch of promises, right? There are communities here that I highlighted. There are communities here in Jamaica we never ever see an ounce of water, a drip out of one pipe in a bathroom. Never. From 1938 till 2020.
Marvin, your mic is covered. Your mic is covered. We're not hearing you properly.
Me not cover it. You hear me now? Are you hearing me now?
Are you using your car speaker?
No, I'm using the phone. I tell you what, I'll do what I did last time. I'll log out and log back in. I'll have to do that.
Okay.
Yes.
So yes, Mr. Cameron, back to you now. So today the diaspora had its first protest, and I gather it was a successful protest. I gather about 100 or 150 people were out there.
Right.
That's a good look for the first protest of its kind. What else do you think the diaspora will be taking from this now?
I think the diaspora is, Jenny spoke about, Rupert and the group that led the protests not speaking for the diaspora. I don't think the diaspora committee or what they have in America, they don't speak for the entire diaspora either, the elected officials. So for her to say that.
But who elect them though? And Alanda Terry Long elect them.
Well, Terry Long is a part of the process, which I was a little disappointed to hear about that, because I believe the diaspora representation should be separate from government. Government should not be a part of that. Should not be a part of that. So I'm a little nervous about that, and I've expressed that to some of the people who have actually run, and I said I didn't like that look. We should be separate, because the thing is, most of the entities in Jamaica are controlled by government. The government is our biggest employer, and most Jamaicans are afraid to speak out. So when a person speaks from the diaspora, in most cases, it's an authentic feeling about their country. They cannot be demonized, or they cannot be disciplined for speaking the truth, which in most cases they are. Look at the corporal who was disciplined for speaking the truth, and they're still trying to get him out. Even though the court said that he should get back his job, they're appealing it. So they're
appealing it to get him off the job.
To get him off the job again, So I mean, it takes
and he has to stay. And the worst part of it is that he has to stay off the job until the appeal is finished. That is a gruesome act.
You know, like I said,
Corporal James, don't Marvin, what's your take on the Corporal Ron James thing?
I'm sorry, I've been out of touch with one. I know Royal James, that's the same chairman for the Police Federation.
Yes, the chairman of the Police Federation that they have now. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has gone to the appeal court for seeking an appeal for him to stay off the job.
But I mean, number one, I am surprised that the entire country did not come out in the first instance when he stood up for his people. I was very surprised that the Jamaican, all the wives, all the children, all the mothers and fathers and relatives of every single police officer did not come out in the streets of Jamaica when that man stood up in the funeral and spoke on behalf of every single police in Jamaica, that police deserve their benefits. The man spoke that police deserved their benefits. It was at another police funeral, and I felt his sentiments without him even saying it. That here we are burying another police officer who died, left his benefits, who died with negotiations still on the table, who died without having the proper apparatus and gears to combat crime in Jamaica. He had every right to speak at that funeral service, and them in them feelings, all these government people that we have in the public offices, up in them feelings. So the commissioner of police, let me tell him something. Let me tell the commissioner of police sitting tonight for Andrestephen's program. You, Mr. Anderson, you're there come. You think you're there now come? You think, well, lad, you think that you're going to sit down in an office and on a chair? You're going to sit down until Jesus come? Every last one of in a parliament, every last one in the office, all the police, as a matter of fact, let me tell you this, since week, I am talking to other police officers who said to me, say, Brethren, you don't even know what some high-ranking police are doing. And you hear me tell you, the man said, you don't know what another police me attack. I was in NCB Bank and me a pen. When the police pulled me aside and said, come here, are you the youth? We fight for the Moko police station. We say, yeah, but man, he said, Brethren, and him shake me and him say, Brethren, we respect the work we do. Him say, enough police rate you. Because people not stand up for police in Jamaica. Me say, let me tell you something. I am not the one who is, if police no bad, me a come out, come beat jump say police no bad. The police should go to prison because I don't support the police them who are growing and box down people and take them gun and gun but people and still go back to work the next day. Me not support that. But I support the fact that these men and women who are risking their lives for Jamaican citizens, no matter how much we hate police, when gunmen are kick off with door, at them we are call, and at them are jumping at the service car, if it a work. At them are jumping at the service car.
If it a work.
If it a work. If none that
is gas.
No, me serious. Me serious. One night I thought the police them, me think say police pull me over. And when they stop me and me come, me say, them say, we are beg a jump. Them are beg a jump start. The police, them are beg a jump start. You hear me tell you? I have passed police, a push police car many times. If we look good, walk around Jamaica and look at all the police vehicles that should be protecting the Jamaican citizens. And look on private people, civilians. Look on civilians' cars. 99% of the vehicle the police have car run on a civilian vehicle them. They can't run on the markets them. Me not ask them that. Me not ask Christ. When you're in America and these countries that them love to compare themselves with, you don't know what them have over there, sir. You never see kind of car with them the police they have over there, sir. The police must have the best vehicle. The police must have the best weapons. You know, see the little full gun them where police them walk around with. And the kind of gun them where gunmen have. You know, see the police them don't have salary. Them don't have weapons. Them don't have clothes. Them don't have nothing. And we expect them to fight crime and violence in this country. Mr. Anderson, and you see you, Dr. Arias, Chang, you see you. You see you, hey, Arias, Chang. Remember me tell you, say, as long as me, Marvin Edgar, living in Jamaica, I am going to, Father God, I go spare my life. If you witness Uno, I got prison because Uno, the crimes that that you have committed to the Jamaican people, oh no, have to pay for it. I'm not going to pay dearly. Remember me telling you that.
Wow. Wow. Mark, what is your counter response to that? You're supporting what Marvin Edgar said tonight?
Why Marvin sounds serious. Well, you know, we have not been getting equal justice across the country. There are two types of justice system. One where the rich and the connected get due process. And if a man thief 3 sheets of zinc or 2 fall from somebody yard, him gone to prison. So
yes.
until there's equal justice across the board, Jamaicans collectively will suffer the consequences of that kind of behavior. We need judicial reform. We need a DPP that represents the people.
You need a what?
We need a DPP that represents the people.
Hello! Not touch the one day.
Hold on there.
Not touch the one day.
We need a DPP that is elected by the people. So the DPP and the judges are accountable to the people and not the politicians who put them in power. You cannot have any change in our country until there are consequences for bad behavior. So the police can lock up can catch a whole bunch of criminals, but if there are no consequences in place for those kind of behavior, we will continue to have the level of crime we see. We also need an effective crime plan that does not include policing, that includes proper parenting. One of the reasons why we're having this level of dysfunction is because parents are disconnected from their children. So they form their own gangs among their friends, trying to survive in a system that is not fair and equitable. So, like I said before, the fundamentals of our country that is going to make our country viable, there needs to be a comprehensive change in how we function as a country. It starts with basic school. Every child going to basic school should be able to go and get a free meal. There should be no child left behind. I spoke to a lady by the name of Keisha Hale, who is from the PMP. I'm not against good people trying to do good work in whatever party they represent. Keisha and I had a discussion about, she said when she gets kids from basic school into her primary school, they're playing catch up because they can't read. And when I spoke to a lady in an area that is not the well-to-do area, the lady said, "Mark, sometimes I can only send 2 kids out of my 4 to school because there's not enough money to send 4. Because I don't have enough money for lunch."
So them have to gamble which days who go to school.
Right. So when I think about the kind of money that we waste on corruption, Andre, when I think about the illusion of wealth, of prosperity in our country by the connected few who are doing well, it hurts my heart, man, because I don't think anybody in their right mind who really care about people can give themselves a raise of 200% and 300%. You give counselors a raise that used to get a stipend to $6 million, which is now about $1 billion in the treasury. And we are not producing anymore now. Mr. Santa Claus has not given us any reasonable explanation how this can be sustained. So it's purely a political move. We're not suddenly a more prosperous country where we're producing that kind of income where we can give counselors $6 million and you give the people in the parish council who are working every day. Don't make as much money as what the councils are making working for part-time. However,
yes,
the councillors are cheerleaders for political parties. So it's a political move, brethren, and we're not getting the representation we need based on the kind of resource we're spending. When I went to the protest that I met you down in at Hero Circle, I dropped in a pothole, and it cost me $170,000 to fix a truck to go down there with my coffin to show the world that this raises the death of the police, it's the death of the fire department, the death of the teachers. It cost me $170,000 because I dropped in a pothole with my truck. If I was in a car,
what kind of oil that you dropping in, sir?
Brethren, if it was a car, that car mash up. I was driving a Tundra and it dropping the thing and bust me.
So after the oil it big?
Yes. Right after I saw you and I left to go back home. I dropped in the
hold that, man. That sound like more than even a manual.
Well, I mean, no, but think about this, Andre. I pass some really serious potholes every day going down the highway and even on the local roads. And you mean to tell me that a counselor don't pass the same road and see the same pothole and does nothing about it? Come on, man. I would rather have, in my philosophy, I believe you represent the people first. And anything left, you can get. That is what I believe you get. You make sure that your citizens get water, good garbage collection, good roads, and then any money left, the council and the MP can get the money there. But you represent people first. We're not looking for people that are coming into government, looking for a job. We're looking for people who are willing to service, to serve and to sacrifice. If you're not about service and sacrifice, don't come to Jamaica. We don't want you. We want people who are there to give and not to receive. We're tired of people coming and grabbing and taking from us, man. We're tired of that.
So,
we want a country of people that believe in the country, who respect themselves and who look for the collective good, who care about the children. We're not getting that in government, brethren, which is why I'm on your program today. We cannot allow this.
So what I'm saying, I want to ask Marvin a question. Marvin, when we talk about the DPP earlier, I see you start sending signal. What kind of signal you sending for the DPP?
A few things. I'm gonna address that question, but I noticed one of the comment that was on the screen came from one of your viewers who said that.
No, don't take on the comments now. Don't take on the comments.
No, I just want no, I'm not gonna take it out. I just wanted to highlight something because it's not just that person who have always been saying that they noticed that when PMP was in power, we never used to come out and talk like this and we make it seem like Andrew Holness is the this and that. Listen, Jamaica, I'm gonna say this to you. I will say this and I will say this again. When Andrew Holness won the election, the first time when he won, I was in the Bahamas when the election occurred. I was away in the Bahamas. I was living in the Bahamas. And I was very happy when he won. I was very happy because he was a young man. The entire country was happy because he was a young man. And we thought that we would have seen good governance. We would have seen a better leadership, somebody who young and I think futuristic and more can, help the millennials them to understand and the young people to grow and better job creation and stuff and ideas, because he came with it in his manifesto and his speech. And we thought that I supported him in my spirit, right? And I'm going to say this, when the People's National Party had their time, the things that they were doing, a lot of people highlighted it, and that is why they voted them out. We voted them out because we wanted better for the country. So we never did come with a talk. People spoke with their votes. So the people are coming and say, so when PMP didn't have power, we named at this and we named at that. People spoke with their votes. And Andrew Holness and his administration got the chance to prove the Jamaican people wrong. The same Andrew and his administration who said, what the PMP did and never go in the water, where we go in the water. What the PMP did and never go in the road, where we go in the road. What the PMP did and stole all the money, we will fix it. They said they would fix it. They have gotten 2 terms and it's not fixed. As a matter of fact, it has gotten worse. So what if we do? Shut up our mouth because we can never hear the voice in the past. We're living in the present and we want to create a better future. So we're going to talk now so that we don't repeat PMP and we don't repeat Andrew Holness. We want a brand new Jamaica. We want brand new people in our parliament. We're sick and tired of the old people who are in the parliament, and no disrespect to our senior citizens. But you must know when your time up. Your time is up. We're tired of people sleeping in the parliament, asleep on the children.
Yeah, but on a senior citizen alone asleep in a parliament. Andrew and the whole of them are young people and them are mash up the country.
Let me tell you something.
Andre,
I asked you a question about the DPP. I know you not answer the question about the DPP.
Let me talk about it now. Let me talk about it. When I heard those 3 letters call, the director of public prosecution, yes, that we have here, the DPP. It was Paula when the police woman, when we find all evidence pointed to her cutting off the locks of the young lady. Everybody remember the young lady from Clarendon. Nzinga King, when her locks cut off in her jail, and everybody thinks that the little girl did a mad and she cut off her own ear. And even if she did it, the police at the station should have been held accountable and responsible because number one, she shouldn't have no sharp instrument. She shouldn't have no cutting tool in the jail. So anyway, you take it, the police to be still in a problem. We found out that it was the woman who cut off the pitney, the police lady, and them transfer her from Clarendon to Old Harbour. And the DPP ruling was no charge. When we had the lockdown, let me go to facts. I mean, if you pull up on YouTube or Google, only can go Google it and done. When Mr. Green from the People's National Party, the former agriculture minister, I don't know if him get it back, I think I him get it back. When he broke the no movement,
JLP Floyd Green.
Floyd Green broke the no movement there at the hotel with him friends, them drink champagne and made a mockery of us Jamaican citizens who were obeying the laws of the land by staying inside our homes. It was the DPP who said no charge. Yes? Hello? Right? Paula Llewellyn was the same person, the same DPP, who the former Speaker of the House, who was throwing away our dirty, nasty garbage on the roadside, and the policeman write her up and she got court. It was the DPP who said no charge. A 3 that, you know, and a
no
1
charge.
A 3 incident that. Now we have the other one with the mayor. The mayor from Dongso, the very, very recent one, where I think she's asking them to do their own investigation. So, and as the DPP,
there have been many more instances where the DPP failed to charge
there are
people.
many more instances where the director of public prosecution have failed the Jamaican people and the justice system. And this is why I said to you earlier that I will not be surprised if the PMP man no go to prison. And I will not be surprised if nothing no become of the illicit 6. And them are going to go and dry it out until the statute of limitations pass. And you hear say time pass, we can't charge nobody. You can't say, me never tell you no. The justice system in Jamaica is rigged with criminals. The justice system of judges, lawyers who need to go to prison. But don't talk. The country have too much criminal. We are producing nothing but criminals. We do not have a justice system that works for the ordinary Jamaicans. We had the Minister of Finance come out in all his glory to defend SSL and the many Jamaicans who are being robbed every single goddamn by these banking institutions. No, the Minister of Finance, the Prime Minister, nobody in a parliament to come out and come defend the ordinary Jamaicans who are work, who turn up in a KFC and serve people from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock in the night. For those who do the double shift, right? Just to make one little change to send them picnic at school. Then to find out that the little money when they have an NCB gone. 2 days ago, I stand up in an NCB and the line was so long to talk to customer care on the phone. People had very similar instances where they put money in the machine. The girl said she put $50,000 in her machine. She said 16,000 come back out the machine, spit out back 16, right? And when time she check her account, a 14 register for the account. So she don't know where balance go. I mean, no 16 and 14 and no 50. 16 and 14 is not 50. My arithmetic number, my arithmetic better than the mayor. It's better than the mayor. Right? My arithmetic better than the mayor. 16 and 14 and 50.
Still producer.
Could you repeat what you were saying?
Mr. McKenzie is suggesting that there's a certain level of partisanry on the part of how you allocate certain benefits at the municipal level.
Mr. McKenzie cannot come to this on this platform and say anything like that. What I have done is what he was practicing when he was the mayor. When he was the mayor and he gets the funding from the ministry, he shares it in a 50, 100% basis. He gives the JLP 50% and they take 100%. And it is evident right now that is exactly what I'm doing.
Hold on. That maths doesn't sound right. If you get $100 million, him take 100% and get the PNP 50?
Get half of it.
No, that's not no. Something
that's what he was doing.
No, but you can't have 150% or something, sir. How much would he take and how much would he give the PNP?
If he gets $10 to share for the council.
Yes.
If the PMP would get 100 or $50 out of the $10, and his JLP will get $25.
But hold on, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Arithmetic not right. Him get $10. Him get
all right.
$10.
Let me break it.
Yes. So you get him get $10 for spend, right? Total.
And the JLP get $5.
50%, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And the PNP and the JLP and the PNP would get how much?
The PNP gets, whenever time the PNP gets any money, whether $20 or $10, if they get $20, the JLP get $10.
Oh, so
if they get $10, the JLP get $5.
So it's 50-50 share it?
Right.
Oh.
Gentlemen, what a national disgrace.
Wow. Let me tell you, and we take this thing for a joke. When I think about, I don't know if Mark wanted to respond, but quickly, let me just say this on that. Jamaica, me talk to Jamaica. Me not talk to Labour right, I'm not talk to PMP. I'm speaking to Jamaicans. I'm speaking to the educated Jamaicans who are here. How do you feel when to hear that that's the mayor in your country, right? And I mean, no disrespect to him. It is what it is, and everybody born to do maths. But if we're going to put people, elect people in our public offices, there's no God way. There's no God way you can have $10 and $50 come out of $10 go to somebody and $25 come out and go to the next one. That one has not yet. That the one that we're mad, any maths teacher. So here we may go say, people, in the name of Jesus, when it comes to voting for persons to put in our public offices, I'm going to be asking you. I'm asking you, please. Uno understand who no put in our public sphere to speak on our behalf to represent the people of Jamaica because we're a mockery overseas. How do you think international people look on this? Right now, I'm have to ask you, people house in the Caribbean. Probably people in the Bahamas and say, my God, man, look at this Jamaican man, he's the mayor, man, look at this man. He can't even add 2 and 2, right? He can't even add 2 and 2, man. You can just imagine what then Trinidad is saying, Barbados is saying, when Jamaica should be the biggest and the best country in the Caribbean. And we're supposed to be the centerpiece. Every time you go foreign and you talk about the Caribbean, people always think the Caribbean means Jamaica. Them always try to talk like Jamaicans. And some other Caribbean countries get offended because people really, when they hear of the Caribbean, all they can think about is Jamaica. I am sick and tired of what we put out of the country. Let me tell you this, I love my country. You know why I love my country? Because just as though we have a mayor, just like though we have a mayor who can't really add, he can't add up. I mean, if maybe he might get senile or whatever, right? We do have Jamaicans here who are the best doctors, the best lawyers, the best teachers, the best mathematicians. I have a friend who is a mathematician right now. He's working in Kuwait. He was in the Bahamas, and them send people that he's right now in Kuwait. I have math teachers, friends from here that I went to college with, who are teaching in Japan, who are teaching in China, who are teaching in the US and Canada. We do have our educated men and women who we graduate every god year. We can do better. Don't tell me so we can't find 63 people put in our parliament. Not tell me so the same Babsy Green to have to go back up on next year again. Not tell me so we have to go back up for Orias Chang next year. Not tell me so we have to back up for Ardisha next year. Not tell me so we have to back up for the other one from PMP side. Lisa Anna, let me take you on. Lisa, I believe in you. You are, when Lisa, I can't tell you this. When you open your mouth to speak, you're very eloquent. But Lisa, me, for what the country is going through now, and you are on the opposition side, me sick and tired of you every goddamn address, be a fancy, be a dress code to get up and post. The country don't want no poser. We want people who will stand up for the Jamaican people. Though the events fall, we want some politicians who will get up.
Marvin, we have to push back a little. We have to push back a little. The woman dressed up not have nothing for the woman performance. No. Because the woman speaks out every time she get a chance and she writes her articles weekly. No, man, Marvin, you have to go take on that one. You can't bash Lisa. You can't bash Lisa. Me nah make you do it. I'm not make you do it because Lisa Anna is one of the people who talk every week on solutions for a better Jamaica.
Andre, but that is the problem. I am sick and tired of people who just attack. I'm sick and tired of them who just attack. We want action. The country
but she cannot effect change if she's not in the government. She can't effect change if she's not in the government.
No, man, Andre, she is a part of the government. She get 200% increase too. Right? She now literally sit down on the JLP side. She makes up the 63 members of the parliament. She is a part of the government. Right? And she can take actions by stepping outside of the parliament, just like what we said the other day. Boycott parliament, we could not say you're serious. Just like what Damian Crawford did when Damian resigned, when he couldn't take the foolishness when I go on. He and I think two others resigned. I think Peter Bunting, I don't know, but I think it's what to try them didn't resign at the time. Right? To show their stance that they want better for the country. We want politicians who can look beyond the 200% increase that they get every single month, who will walk away from that and show the Jamaican people that you care for the country. We don't know about the dress code and pretty business. That done. We want people who turn up with the people them. Sit down on roadside, wall up placard. I will not go back in the parliament until the illicit six is exposed. I will not go back into the parliament until the fix the road that we need to fix. I will not go back into the parliament until the police station then get fixed. I will not go back into the parliament until the teacher then get their full 20% what them want. I will not go back into the parliament until the nurses then get to them want. I will not go back into the parliament until we speak on behalf of the Jamaican citizens who are being robbed by these banking institutions every goddamn day. That is the politician we want in the country. And not tell me the foolishness, Andre. Yes, Lisa can dress, but we need more than dress code. We need more than articles being written. We need more than eloquence. We need people who will stand up and friggin' fight for Jamaican people them. Fight! And show me say you're serious. That me want. So if me wrong, you kill me. If me wrong, you kill me, Jamaica.
That Marvin, nobody go there so with the hyperbolic. Nobody go there so with the hyperbolic.
No, Marvin, we don't want to kill you, brethren. We don't want to kill you. But let me say this.
Nobody don't want to kill you. The whole of them want to play along to fight the fight with me.
Let me say this. One of the great pastors, as Michael Mann said, that leaders should walk with the people. And I think Marvin is referencing to that. A lot of our leaders are out of touch. They don't feel the pain of the regular Jamaican enough. They get free gas, they get a stipend, them get them salary, them travel all over the country on junkets and don't bring back anything tangible for the Jamaican people. And most importantly, I think one of the things that we're missing is that we do not have leaders with integrity. And integrity matters, man. When Andrew Holness became Prime Minister, the first thing that he mentioned that he would do was that he would have fixed election dates. And as you know, anything that he wanted, because of, let's think about this. This is a one-party rule, you know. He literally has no opposition. Anything that comes for vote, the GLP can do whatever they want to do. They have more than enough votes to get anything done. This is their show. So there's absolutely no reason why we did not get the fixed election date that he promised. And one of the most important attributes of any leader that represents us is integrity. You have to be able to believe anything that your leader says. And unfortunately, we're not getting that level of transparency. We're not getting accountability from our leaders. And we're not getting the government that we're paying for. We have 63 members of parliament, and there's only 14 parishes. Jamaicans didn't ask for 63 MPs. The Prime Minister wants to create another one in Portmore. We have 248 parish councillors at over $1 billion a year. We believe that if you cut that in half, Andre, you would literally have no pothole in any community. So it seems as if that we're still colonially inspired. We have people that are operating with a colonial mentality, that with people that look like us. And one of the things that we're advocating for, and I made this very clear in my presentation in Jamaica House before the Constitutional Reform Committee, is that we want an elected president. We want a president that's elected by the entire population. We want an elected Senate. We believe that the DPP and judges must be elected by the people. So they are accountable to the people.
This is the view of Jamaica?
Absolutely. And it's the view of most Jamaicans. When I tell people what we're all about, and we tell them the level of governance, the kind of governance we want, and the level of transparency that we're looking for. This is what is needed to change our country. One of the reasons why your show exists, Andre, is because people are dissatisfied with government. If government was fine, you would not be here. You are operating in fertile ground. There are a lot of people who are disenfranchised and feel they have no hope, which is why 68% of Jamaicans don't vote. And that is not a real. Can you imagine only 20% of Jamaicans are the ones responsible for our leader who's making decisions on behalf of 100% of Jamaica? We can't have this, Andre, which is why people don't vote. Up Jamaica is trying to galvanize the 70% or 68% that don't vote. And funny enough, during our registration drive to become a political movement, both the JLP and the PNP are signing our document for registration. So we're very hopeful that if we get our message out, and I think we're going to start our first launch at a public park, which I'm not going to mention now because, you know, our sabotage go already. Once we have that, our main mission is to go around the country and to give them the views of the majority of Jamaicans, what they want. At the end of the day, we represent the Jamaican people. We're not an exclusive club. We are asking today of anybody, any Jamaican, who would like to be part of the process, to join us to save our country.
How they join up Jamaica? Tell them how they join up Jamaica.
Well, first of all, we have a website. We're not the typical leader movement that requires a whole bunch of money to join. The fact that we're aligned in ideology and with empathy for the Jamaican people and sustainable change, we want you on board. We have a website up right now. We have a telephone number you can call, 338-1893. You can call us.
Can you repeat the number?
It's 338-1893. You can call us anytime.
If you want to join up Jamaica diaspora and Jamaicans, the number to call is?
One is 876-338-1893.
338-1893.
Right.
I'm going to start taking some calls now.
We need your help. We don't have the answers to every problem in Jamaica, but we know that there are enough Jamaicans on board that can solve any problem. Just look at our history. Look at the people who have gone before us. Look at Marcus Garvey, who has led almost the entire world. All of the African descendants on a movement for prosperity and self-reliance. We also have adopted a Marcus Garvey philosophy. We believe that self-reliance is very important. We believe that we should be friends with all our neighbors. We do not believe that we should have anybody dictated to us who our friends should be. As long as nobody interferes in our internal affairs, we are looking for partners across the diaspora, across the world. And we believe that we have enough know-how and enough passion and enough wisdom to lead as we've always done. One of the things that they've done, one thing that they've done in our fellow Jamaicans is take out civics out of our country. I went to Jamaica College.
We spoke about that earlier this week. So we spoke about civics introduced in our schools this week.
Right. I mean,
there's something that I have to touch on. There's something I have to touch on tonight before I even take the calls. Jamaica, it is sad to report to you all that the father of LeeDonaldson, Mr. Donaldson, Dr. Donaldson, is now dead.
Well,
Jamaica, upon hearing the news on Wednesday that his daughter's case will be mentioned for trial on April 2025, he immediately got sick. And he suffered immensely. And as such, Jamaica, he died from a heart attack.
Wow.
LeeDonaldson's father, Dr. Donaldson. He's from the Bahamas. He's no longer with us. And let us keep him in our prayers, Jamaica, as it is a hard road to travel for him, for the mother, Mama Sophia. Today I spoke with Mama Sophia Log. She's not doing well. She's saying, am I the next person to die, Andre? Am I the next person to die? She's going through a very unprecedented storm. And I'm asking you all to keep her in your prayers. Rest in peace, Mr. Donaldson, and let life perpetually shine upon you. Can we have a moment of silence for Mr. Donaldson? Yes. Rest in peace, Sir Donaldson, and let life perpetually shine upon you. And let us keep Miss Sophia in our prayers as she's going through the storms right now. Miss Sophia is going through the storms right now as the father of her daughter, LeeDonaldson, is dead. Let us open the phone lines and start taking the calls now. Let us open the phone lines and start taking the calls now. Yes, Jamaica. It is pretty much a situation where Mr. Silvera is arrested. Hold a second, let me take this call. Hello, good night, welcome to the program.
Yes, Angel, good program again, good program again. Those two gentlemen, as I said last week.
You have to talk up, Carly, you're talking too low.
All right, that's a good program.
You enjoy the program?
Those two two gentlemen give me hope for Jamaica along with you. Right?
Okay.
Marvin, as usual, was there, Firebrand, and the other gentleman. Now, we said for that next hearing, you see how Michael Manley words come to pass with Jamal. That Jamal mayor in Portland with 50% in, $50 out of $10. And when you get the matter, so it's a reflection of the parliament too.
It's a reflection of the parliament.
Yes, in the entire parliament, that's what it looks like. Right? Look at Mr. Wright, for example, in a Westmoreland.
Mr. Wright, you have no subject.
You want to hear my speech? You want to hear my talk, man? Look at when Mike Henry, at what he is almost 85 years old, and still in a parliament, we can't find nobody to replace him. And the Shah, right, a walk and drive foot. Jamaica is in good hands with people like you and Marvin. I heard you talk about the DPP. Why is it that we're going to change the constitution and we cannot make it that the DPP is elected, is voted by the people of Jamaica? So we have no application except to the people of Jamaica. The DPP is supposed to be voted for. That's why one of the things we have to change the constitution to reflect that. When Andrew Wall is just like Marvin said, and Marvin has the middle name. When Andrew became Prime Minister of Jamaica, I gave him a chance. I said fresh blood. Young man died. Right? But this man turned upside down, man. Right? This is not Andrew that I looked at coming up there expecting modern ideas, new technology. Right? Fresh blood. Give him a chance. But no, man. This is
okay, thank you for that. All right?
Yeah.
Yes, man. The man say Andrew, when him think about Andrew, him did think about fresh ideas and new blood, but Andrew was a big disappointment to him and many others. What a disgrace.
A disgrace, man. Disgrace. Trust me. Disgrace.
So, Marvin, you said that the DPP. Hold a second, another call coming in. Hello, good night. Welcome to the program.
Why you speak about the public work where them say them are create jobs for young people? What about public work? Why you touch on the base of that and let me hear it?
Public what?
Public works where them locked down.
Public where?
Public works.
What is
public works?
Public works. What is public works? All right, I'll look into it. All right. Hello, good night. Him say public works lockdown. What is public works that lockdown?
Okay, can I address that? Can I address that?
Yes.
The parish council would use the public works to the most of the road repair, and they lock it down, and it's now been almost privatized, where road construction is being done by private contractors. And we are not getting in a up Jamaica government. We're not going to have people building roads that are not bonded. If you build a road today and it fails, you will have to pay for it with your own money. We're not going to pay for roads.
No, I not agree with that. Me not agree with that.
Well, you know something. You have to be responsible. You have to be held accountable. If we give you X amount of money,
if me build a road and the road collapse, it can't be that I have to pay back for the road. Make that the one egregious. That one egregious, man. That the one egregious.
Andre, listen to what I'm saying. If we're paying you with taxpayers' money to fix a road without something really catastrophic, and it is compromised, you have to fix it. You have to fix it on your own dime. That's the way it has to be. That's how you hold people accountable. We're not going to be fixing roads every couple of months on the public dime. That doesn't work. It hasn't worked. Why should we accept this level of dysfunction? No, there has to be accountability to the Jamaican taxpayers. And we stand by that.
Okay, thank you for that. Hello, good night. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good night, Andre.
Yes.
Public work department, it used to create a lot of jobs back in the days, because a lot of women used to wear them called rock stone, pile it up a roadside, And a mall used to make road. Roller used to roll the stone them on the road where them broke and then buy the public service would buy it. So it created jobs for women who were home, not working, while men farmers were in the field. Jonathan, now them all them doing pull the road a mall. That's why it broke up so quick. If you go the old Melrose Road, tap the road, they know when it's a roll. They roll the stone, then tar, then gravel, then tar again. Back in the days.
I would know them give it to them because I was a child.
You name bad. This me talk about 60s. You know, now, about them putting at the road. As the rain falling it up.
Okay, thank you for that.
All right.
Hello, good night. Welcome to the program.
Good night, Andre.
Good night, sir.
Wow, Marvin, I can say you are doing better than your opposition, man. We need somebody like you to light fire and Andrew tail. Your position is that dead as I don't know how to declare it. Next thing, Andre, where a contractor is concerned,
yes,
I need you to understand that a contractor don't just get a road and go there and do the work of his own. There is engineer who give you a BQ telling you how much concrete, how much inches of concrete to be on the road and things like that. And if they say 1 inch of concrete and you put 2 inches of concrete, you're not gonna get paid for that 2 inch. So in most cases, not the fault of the contractor, it's the engineer that is in the ministry.
The engineer.
Yes. The contractor doesn't work of his own. He got a BQ with measurement and instruction how the road to be done. Yes, and he price according to what he get to price.
Oh, thank you for that information. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Marvin, the people say the opposition leader, but me not talk, me not vlog. What were you saying, Mark?
No, I was trying to agree with the lady that called in earlier. If the substrate is not properly prepared, if the road surface is not properly prepared with the right material, like she mentioned, crushed stone, it is not going to hold up. You cannot use marl as your subfloor. I went to St. Lucia a few months ago, and I spoke to one of the people.
And thank you for that. Hold that thought, Mark, because the people calling now. Hello.
Good night, Andre. Good night. Good night. It's such a beauty listening to you guys.
Yes.
I am for your listeners that are on tonight. I just want to say, my very first vote was for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Your very first vote was for the Jamaica Labour Party.
The Jamaica Labour Party, because all my years growing up, I have been under the PNP government, and I thought it was time for a change. But Andre, that change still haven't come, and I'm not sure when that change will come.
Wow!
But I must say, I am disappointed.
You're disappointed in the leadership of Andrew Holness.
I am sorely disappointed.
Wow!
Sorely disappointed.
Wow!
And I must say, I am a migrating teacher as well.
You're a migrating teacher.
Yes, sir.
So you migrated?
Yes, man.
Wow! Wow!
Yes, man.
Are you doing good where you are?
I am doing wonderful, Andre. Doing wonderful.
Are you saving your money?
What do you mean?
All right, remember to send some in and GoFundMe, yeah?
Man.
All right, God bless you.
Big up yourself.
Remember to support my GoFundMe, guys. Remember to support the GoFundMe for the campaign to get my restaurant up and running by March. I really need all the help that I can get on the GoFundMe. Producer, remember to click the GoFundMe link and let the people can go onto the link and think. I really need all of the support for the GoFundMe. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50. If you want to send $100 tonight, it's Friday night. I know no fun and get little dividends. When you can give me a little thing. But that's where I can end the program for tonight. It was a short and spicy program. I know Mark is going to Rebel Salute now. And Marvin probably join him at Rebel Salute. So.
Well, you know, I want to thank the listeners for tuning in. We need all the help we can get to change our country. Jamaica's a beautiful place to live. Our people are hardworking. I want to get back to Jamaica where your community help you plant your ground this week. Next week you help them plant their ground or build their house. That's the kind of Jamaica that I know about. The kind of Jamaica where we think about each other, where one parent would discipline another's child because it's for the collective good. We want a Jamaica that our children can be proud of. And I'm saying to you, if not now, when and by whom? We have to make that change now, Andre. And like I said to you before, Up Jamaica is a fledgling movement. We are looking for people to help us. We don't have the answers to everything. Although we have a lot of people who, our finance person is a man who does forensic auditing. So every time things come out in the paper, we talk about it and he said, Mark, this is just not right. He's a person that is very skilled in those areas of finance. And when things don't add up, it's you know, sometimes it's a burden having a certain level of knowledge. When you have a lot of knowledge and you cannot implement change, it's quite a burden. And we're not politicians. We're not looking to doing this because we want to be in power. No, we want to empower the Jamaican people to take charge of their own lives. And Marvin has been out there burning, work is burning the fields. You're doing the same. And I hope that Jamaicans will do the same. We can't do this by ourselves. As you know, the politicians are not out here doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're quiet. Which is why it is very important that we have people who are a real opposition to what is going on. Are we going to lose our country, Andre, if we do not take the effort today to change what we have? You can kiss Jamaica goodbye, and that would be a tragedy. That would be a tragedy.
And that is where we leave it tonight, Jamaica. That is where we leave it tonight. Marvin, do you have your closing words?
Let me just thank you, Andre, for your platform where we can discuss these topics. For me, I don't just want it to be wasted breath, where we come here and we discuss these things and it becomes another 9-day talk or 9-day wonder. I really hope that the Jamaican people will share your videos throughout wherever they are. Share it to your friends and let us sit around our family table or in a living room or in the bar, wherever we meet and greet as Jamaicans, and really think about the value of the country. Don't think about ourselves, the ones that are protected, who don't have Atlas security on the gate, so we can press one panic button and security reach. We're talking about, we are concerned about every single Jamaican. The next, Andre, I hope that you carry me back on your program very soon. Or maybe I'll have to use my own platform, but there's a lot of stuff that is happening in the financial sector that I want to speak on, because every single Jamaican should be scared.
Yes, we'll be touching on the financial sector very soon. You don't have to worry, Marvin. You'll be back soon.
All right. And I thank you so much for inviting us again, Andre. To everybody who tuned in.
You'll be back soon on the program.
Thank you for your
comment. That is where we have it tonight, gentlemen. Thank you both for joining us.
Me love me Jamaican them. Whether you are labor right or as long as you're in a parliament, me and you good. So we love me Jamaicans them. And let us fight to make this place a better place so we can live and shop and feel good and have water and do the right things, man. That is the country I want. Thank you.
And that's where we leave it for tonight, Jamaica. My name is Andre Stephens, and this was the Partner Draw TV, tuning in from the Andre Stephens Show. Good night, Jamaica.